Hello everyone. Today in this NABARD series, we are going to see a few important questions from ecology sections. Ecology is a science which deals with the environment and the component of the environment. Okay, so let's start the lecture. See, which of the following is example of critical link species? Mycorrhizal fungi, insect when working as a pollinator, fig tree in tropical forest, all or none of the above. Okay, first now it is asked about the critical link species. First, let us know what is critical link species. Critical link species. Before knowing the meaning of critical link species, let's know about the species. Okay, a species is basic unit of classification, or you can say the group of living organism similar in structure, function, and behavior, and produced by similar parents. Okay, that is known as species. And now there are few terms which is related to a species. First is endemic species. Endemic species. This is a species which is found only in a particular area. Okay, the species which is found only in a particular area is known as endemic species. If like kangaroo in Australia, like kangaroo in Australia. Okay, second is keystone species. This is the species which have great influence on the community character. If although they have their relative means of their low abundance means or their biomass is low in that community. Okay, after that also they have great influence on the community. Okay, and the one activities of keystone species only determines the structure of a community. Okay, like lion in forest, what lion in forest, kangaroo rat in desert, or fig tree in tropical forest. Their biomass present is very less in that tropical forest of fig trees, but then also they have a dominance in that, or they have big great influence on the community's characteristics. Okay, this was about keystone species. Fig in tropical forest is an example of keystone species. Okay, now it's critical link species. A species which establishes an essential link with other species to help the latter in some vital activity is known as critical link species, like mycorrhizal fungi. Okay, insect working as a pollinator. Okay, these are all are the example of critical link species. Then see, this all option will not be there. Option will be A and B. Okay, now next question is succession in sand is known as. First let us understand what is succession. Succession in sand is known as plasmosphere, oxalosphere, halosphere, lithosphere. Let us understand what is succession. This is development of plant community in a barren area is known as ecological succession or biotic succession. It can be achieved in two ways. First way is that if there is development of plant community in a barren area, then if replacement of existing community, if some community is already existing there, and that is replaced by the new ones in an orderly sequence in barren area, with due to change in the why there is establishment of new community due to change in the environmental condition. Okay, see, biotic community are never stable, they are always changing. See, suppose in a barren area some plant community species are staying there and they are living there, and by staying they make it that environmental condition unfavorable for themselves. Due to this reason the next community replaces that community, because that environmental condition is now unsuitable for the existing community and but suitable for the upcoming community, so that existing community is replaced by the another community. There are some terms related to the succession, like pioneer community. This is the first community to inhabit an area, that is pioneer community. And climax community, the last and stable community in an area, that is known as climax community. And generally mesophyites comes under climax community. Okay, now succession or the establishment or the development of plant community can be in any area. It can be in water, it can be in salty water, it can be in acidic water, it can be in dry region, it can be on rocks, it can be on sand. When you talk about the succession, that is in water, that is hydrosphere, in salty water, that is halosphere, in rocks it is lithosphere, in acidic water it is exosphere, and on sand it is plasmosphere. The answer will be, there are two types of this succession. One is primary succession and secondary succession. Primary succession occurs in barren area where there was no previously any type of life. Okay, that is, and it takes a lot of time, near about 1,000 years. But secondary succession takes place where the life was present earlier, but that was destroyed due to some natural calamities. Okay, the secondary succession takes place at those places, but and it takes less time. Okay, now let's move to the next question. A situation in which both the organisms are benefited but are non-obligatory relationship. See, due to increase in different species in community, interaction of for food, habitat, and light, it takes between the species. Okay, means in a community or in an ecosystem, species are interdependent on each other. Okay, when there is a situation, it is the resultant is of two types, positive or negative. If there is association, there can be many conditions. If there is association between two organisms, then both the organism can be benefited, or both can be harmed, or both are unaffected, or one is benefited, other is unaffected, one is benefited, other is harmed, or other is harmed, one is harmed, other is unaffected. Okay, there are various factors which can take place. When you talk about the positive interaction, first let's talk about the mutualism. It is positive interaction. In this, the interacting species or the association of the organism, in that association, both the organism are benefited, and that is obligatory relationship, means both have to stay together. They cannot live apart from each other or away from each other. Okay, they completely depend on each other for their growth and survival. Okay, like if you take example, then fig tree and wasp species. Fig tree and wasp species. Fig tree provides shelter for wasp species, and this in turn wasp species pollinates the fig tree. Both are benefited. Okay, now when you talk about the commensalism, what happens in commensalism? In commensalism, member of two species means one is benefited while other is almost unaffected. Okay, now you talk about the proto-cooperation. This is the association in which both the organisms are benefited, but they can live separately. It is non-obligatory relationships, like hermit crab and sea anemone, crocodile and bird. Okay, then the question was both the organisms are benefited, but the relation is non-obligatory. Answer will be proto-cooperation. Next, pyramid of number is inverted in which ecosystem? Okay, now let's see. When you talk about the ecosystem, then let's see. If you talk about the grassland ecosystem, these are the different trophic level. Suppose T1, T2, T3, T4. You know, in grassland ecosystem, T1 is means first trophic level is grass. Grass is consumed by rabbit. Second trophic, again, rabbit is consumed by the fox, and fox by the lion. Okay, now you see, if we are talking about the number, of course this is the highest number. In highest number grass will be present, in after that rabbit, after that fox, and in the least number lion is present. Then this graph you can see, this is upright. Okay, when you talk about the ecosystem also, aquatic also, then you see trophic level, you see this is phytoplankton, again zooplankton, then a small fish and larger fish. This is also upright. But when you talk about the tree ecosystem, now you can see it. In tree ecosystem, what happens? When you talk about the tree ecosystem, see, it will be inverted. Suppose it is tree. First is tree. After that, birds feed on tree. the population of birds will be greater than the tree. After that, and the parasites feeds from the birds. Parasites population will be greater than the birds. Then this will be inverted. Then the inverted pyramid of number is inverted in case of tree ecosystem. Organism in which cannot maintain constant internal environment with change in external environment is known as. This is also one of the important questions. Sometimes what happen? What is acclimatization? Acclimatization is the maintenance of internal temperature while the external environment is changing. But now here you see, suppose you see, now I'm showing you one diagram. Okay, this is external level and this is internal. They are regulators. Okay, they're conformers. They're partial regulator. Now, what happens? What is conformers? Organism which cannot maintain a constant internal environment means their body temperature or osmotic concentration changes with the external environments. You see, as the external environment is changing, their internal environment is also changing. They are known as conformers. It means they cannot maintain constant internal environment. Okay, while we talk about the regulators, see, external environment is changing, but their internal or that internal environment is constant. They are regulators. Answer will be conformers. Now, which of the following have highest flora and fauna? First is tundra biome. Second is temperate deciduous forest. Third is tropical rainforest. Fourth is tropical deciduous forest, and last is desert biome. Of course, answer is tropical rainforest. Tropical rainforest lies on the equatorial region around the earth. Okay. In India, generally tropical rainforest is found in eastern Himalayas and western Ghats. If you talk about the state, it is found in Assam, West Bengal, Kerala, Andaman. Okay. That here, what is the main feature of this biome? It receives a large amount of annual rainfall, which is more than at least means 200 to 400 for 50 centimeter per year. Okay. It has the richest source of flora and fauna. Okay. This is a tropical rainforest. Okay, guys, this was few important questions related to ecology. We'll come with the next. Otherwise, if you have any session, means you want video regarding any topic, just you give comment in the comment section, so we can make a video regarding that. Thank you.